Yeah, real close.
It's not long to go wrong. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can
All right,
hear you.
here we go. All right, here we go. Okay. Are we on the air? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where we make changes, no excuses. Ira, smart glasses for the blind. This morning we are speaking with Casandra. She's a guru when it comes to assistive technology, y'all. One such piece of technology is Aira, which are glasses for the blind and visually impaired, I think. Am I right, Cassandra? Can visually impaired people use those as well
Yes.
to help you
Anyone that
travel? Go ahead.
anyone that has low vision
Okay, can you speak
can
up a
use
little bit
Ira.
for? Can you speak up a little bit louder for the audience?
Yes,
Okay.
anybody who has low vision can use Ira.
Okay.
It's not specifically for those who are totally blind, but definitely for those with low vision and
Okay.
are experience significant vision loss can benefit from the usage of Aira.
Okay. Well, this morning we are going to be talking about that as well as other things, because I like to delve into a lot of different aspects, but we definitely want to cover this because I tried to talk about it earlier in a couple of videos, but I was not knowledgeable about the subject. So I probed and found someone who can give me some information about what it is. So without further ado, we're going to bring to the show my friend, because she's been on here a long time ago, Cassandra. What's up, girl?
Awesome. Thanks for having me on the show, and I would be glad to talk to everybody about Aira and many other really cool pieces of assistive technology. And I hope everyone can hear me nice and loud.
But
Um,
before you do
so,
that, we want you to give them a little bit. No, we got time because we got about an hour and some change. Give them
all right,
some
cool.
information. Give them some information about what you've been doing in the past and what are you doing now. Because as I mentioned earlier, you have been on this show before, and I do a segment sometimes called "Where Are They Now" type thing, so that I can give people who meant a great deal to me in the past a little limelight and share their stories and things like that. So tell the people what you've been doing in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh, all right. So previously on the Parker Daniels show, I talked about the legislation that I was putting into place in Massachusetts, which is an act relative to disability awareness training, which is a piece of legislation that I intend to have go federal. It protects the assistive technology of those of all disabilities when they are traveling in the airport, so that if anything gets damaged at any airport, that agency or airline is responsible for replacing that financially. And it's not the burden of those with the disabilities, because this is often an issue that we're all always having happen. Things that are the cost of a miniature mortgage gets broken and nobody takes the responsibility for it. And I'm there to put the fire under their foot for it. And I've been in the process of doing this for 2 years, and I'm not letting go. Right now, the legislation is currently in a study at the Massachusetts State House, and I'm not letting them forget about it. So that's one of the things I was working on and still working on. And now I'm, still doing assistive technology training through the Mass Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. It is one of the oldest agencies in place, I think, in America or just all of Massachusetts, that's been around to assist those with blindness and low vision. Um, Even those who aren't yet registered blind but are experiencing a significant vision loss that could benefit from whatever we have available to them. And I'm
So,
currently one of the only trainers who are, you know, who specifically focuses on those with deafness and blindness as well.
And that's what I'm glad you focused on that. We're going to be talking about, let me let the audience know, Aira, which are smart glasses for the blind. But I want to get more information before I move on to what, the meat of the subject. Because, I like, the guests to familiarize themselves with the audience. But the deaf blindness situation, I don't know if you mentioned it because I was doing, I was trying to doing some other things. Are you
Yes.
deaf and blind or hard of hearing? Or explain to the audience exactly what's going on with you.
Okay, deaf blindness has various categories. So I'm what they would consider lowercase deaf blind. Lowercase deaf is for those who are with hearing loss, but still associates with the deaf community in total, using sign language and many other adaptive technologies for the deaf, but still has some remaining hearing and uses hearing aids. I'm one of those with a lowercase d. I did not grow up culturally deaf, meaning culturally deaf means someone who has gone to a school for the deaf, has done everything around the deaf and only the deaf and hard of hearing, and most likely is someone who is completely deaf without any amplification to assist in any way, shape, or form. Deaf blind is a spectrum, as I would say. Actually, it is, a spectrum, whereas it's various levels of vision loss and hearing loss. Lowercase deaf blind does not mean totally deaf and blind, but someone who is at least legally blind and has enough hearing loss to where they need hearing aids is classified deaf blind by the FCC. So that's what I am. I am classified as deaf blind no matter how much hearing I have left or vision I have left, and no matter how clear my speech is. And speech clarity of mine is absolutely deceptive because I sound like a hearing person, but I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. How much hearing do you have? I mean, ask.
I have severe hearing loss.
Like percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, I believe I have 67% loss.
Oh, wow. Really?
67% hearing loss in my left ear, totally deaf in my right ear from birth.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to sound, I hope I don't come off as sounding, and we're going to be talking about Aira, which are glasses for the blind, but, I want to ask, want to get off into this. I hope I don't sound a bit stereotypical when I say this, because I've heard a lot of people who are hearing impaired speak, and you definitely, your speech definitely does not represent that. So if I got it wrong, people please correct me, but, you definitely, articulate very well, if I may. Do you use any type of other special equipments because of the fact that you are deafblind?
I certainly do.
And what are they?
I use a Sorensen video phone because I have low vision, which means I can see something if it's big enough on a large screen with a good enough contrast setting, but I still have to get up close. Sorensen is basically an actual phone for the deaf and hard of hearing. And basically it's ran by just strictly sign language. Now, no hearing person can utilize that service. You are only allowed to have access to Sorensen or any video relay service unless you are just, hard of hearing or deaf, and you absolutely have to know sign language.
Okay.
So I learned sign language years ago, and I use it from time to time, actually on a regular basis, actually.
Okay. Well, you know what? This sounds like a topic for another subject. I'm quite sure the audience probably saying, "What is he talking about?" I mean, because I want to, and plus I can. Plus, this is interesting for me. But what we're about to do, we're gonna dive into what we came here for, and that is talking about these glasses, because I've heard so much about it. Aira, and it's spelled A-I-R-I. Am I correct?
A-I-R-A. Yep.
I mean A-R-A. I don't know what. And you're gonna tell us what it is, how it works, the cost, the effectiveness of it, just everything that you can tell us about it. And plus, I have some questions too. So this is your show. I want you to really give us some information about it. For those who don't know about it, make them know about it. And for those who are aware about it, if there's some other things that they've added to Ira, let us know about it. You have the floor.
Okay, so to talk about Aira, Aira is basically the new wave that everybody is on. Well, a lot of people are exploring with. And basically, it's visual interpreting. It's a visual interpreter for those with blindness and low vision. And you wear a pair of glasses, optional, that has a special technology built in for the agent who's seeing you from wherever they are. They can see where you are going through your glasses. There are cameras built into your glasses that you wear, or you can use a phone, your actual iPhone, and your agent can see through your rear camera to see everything that's going on. But the glasses provide a more wider panoramic view, a whole like a widespread view, as opposed to the phone, which has very limited field to see. So basically, it's visual interpreting glasses, and it's very effective for a lot of those who are users and can actually like get access to it as soon as possible. That's basically called the Horizon Kit.
Okay, before you go into that, let me stop you right quick. So you're saying that with these glasses, you could, well, with Ira. So let's back up. Ira actually is what is it? Or is it the glasses, or is Aira an organization where you buy the glasses and people can call, they chime into these, or they use the app to delve into these the glasses, so to speak? I know I sound ignorant because I don't know about it. And how does it work? I mean, what actually is Aira itself? Are they the glasses?
Aira is an organization.
Thank
the glasses is the technology that they use through the organization.
Okay. Now, with that being said, you can use either the glasses or the phone, right?
Yes, you can use either or, whichever one.
And by using either or, it's a person's preference. But you stated that if you were to get the glasses, it's more of a wider view in terms of when people are giving you assistance, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, go ahead. I'm getting it. Go ahead. Sounds interesting.
And the cost of it varies. There are 3 different types of plans. There's the intro plan, that's $30, actually 30 minutes for $29 a month. The standard plan is $99 for 120 minutes. And then there's the advanced plan, which is, I believe, $300, actually 300 minutes for $199. With either of those, you cannot get the glasses with the 30-minute plan, but with the advanced and the standard, you can actually begin to purchase the Horizon glasses with an installation of $25 a month or $125 a month. The glasses are about $600 in total.
Okay, well, I'm gonna touch on that, the cost and what have you, but one might want to ask, and I do too. Do you own a pair of the glasses?
For cosmetic reasons, I do not use the Aira glasses.
But and what gives you the expertise to comment on this? You've seen them before, or what?
I've watched some other trainers demonstrate Aira, and they actually have them themselves, which gave me the insight of the way it works.
Okay.
And yeah, an in-depth description and demonstration of Aira without actually having them on physically.
Okay. Now, give us a walkthrough in terms of, if me as a blind person or anyone who's listening would like to purchase these glasses, what is this? How does it work? You buy them from a place, and then you link into the headquarters, and just give us an insight to how you actually use these glasses.
So basically, how you would get access to Aira glasses is you go online at Aira website, and you would choose your plan and add the glasses, and they'll ship them to you from the headquarters. They will be delivered to you after you've made your purchase.
Okay. Now, I'm interested in getting, let's say, the different plans that you said that they have are the 30-minute plan, and then what's the second?
120-minute plan and the 300-minute plan.
Okay, when you speak of 120-minute and 300 plan, that's per month, right?
Yes.
So,
but here's the plus.
Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you can do that. This is your show. You can do what you want to do, girl.
With whatever the plan you choose, you can always add extra minutes that stays on forever. You can purchase extra minutes for $50 whenever you want. So if you want more than 300 minutes, you could go ahead and buy $200 worth of minutes, and those will not go away until you've actually began to use them. Okay,
cool. Now you have the 100-minute plan. Okay, hypothetically, what happens next? I mean, give the audience some understanding as opposed to what you have the glasses on, you've bought the minutes, and yes. What's the next step in terms of what if you, I know it's mainly used for traveling purposes. You have, whenever you're traveling, how does that whole deal work?
So basically with the Aira glasses, once you've gotten the minutes and you've gotten the glasses, you can do more than just travel. You can do things such as like cooking, and basically the glasses are just for a hands-free experience. You can do things online, like say for example, Jaws doesn't want to read something to you and it goes quiet, or voiceover goes quiet. Your Aira agent can guide you through, so long as you're pointed at the computer screen and the screen is on and they can see it. They can guide you through something online, or your agent can even call you a Lyft or an Uber, as long as your account is connected to your profile. And what I love the absolute most about Aira is I would call Aira and ask for a Lyft to a certain location, and my agent will help me find my car wherever they are parked.
Here.
No. Absolutely. It's electronic eyes practically.
We're speaking with Casandra, y'all, and we're talking about Aira, which are smart glasses for the blind. And now I'm knowing now it's not only for the blind, it's for the visually impaired. And I also learned the fact that, because I've heard about it, as I mentioned, not only for traveling, they can help you cook and do a lot of other, you can use them to do a lot of other things as well. So going step by step, you purchase the glasses, pay for the minutes, purchase the glasses and all that. And you spoke about an agent. What to the audience, what do you mean by an agent, Casandra? Enlighten them on what do you mean by that?
So an agent is the person that picks up your call when you request an Aira person. When you make a request through Aira, an agent can be anywhere, and they're seeing you from their dual screen, and they're seeing everything you're surrounded by, and they have access to where you are located through the GPS, a live actual GPS, and they follow your every step.
Okay. And let me interrupt you. So you say you call your agent. Is like is there a number? See, I'm gonna pull it out all out of you. Is there a number that's given once you've received the glasses, like a certain number that you are to call, where you can request an agent, or is it like, say for instance, if I have the glasses, they assign me an agent and she's there with me with the duration of the minutes and stuff?
Oh no, your agent could be anybody that's there available to your call.
So it's a 100 number.
Nope, no number to call. You open Aira and there's a button right in the middle of the screen.
Gotcha.
And you double tap on that.
Gotcha.
And you hear a dial tone, and whoever is available at the moment, or whoever picks up your call, is your current agent for the time being, for as long as you need them.
Okay. Well, it has to be within that. So if you purchase the 120 minutes, 2 hours after that, do they hang up, or what happens then?
Well, I guess you'll definitely get a text message that says you've used up all your Aira minutes, and then they'll have to disconnect the call.
What? Okay.
Yep.
Now, I have the glasses, paid for it and everything, and I want to go somewhere, or maybe whatever I decide to use Aira for, and open the phone app and hit the button. Now, immediately do I get a response, or do I have to wait 5, 10, 20 minutes, 3 days? What?
Oh, no, no, no. You get an instant response.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
get it. Yes, you get an instant agent. And another part that I wanted to mention is one of the disclaimers for Ira is Ira does not replace your white cane or your guide dog. It does not replace any of your traditional orientation and mobility skills, like for street crossing. You will always remain the expert, and they do not give any opinions on what's going on, and they will definitely will not tell you of whether to intervene in some kind of violent action of any kind. All IRA agents are trained to work with the blind and visually impaired, so they have an understanding of how to work with someone with low vision or someone who is totally blind. You can tell them how much description you would like or how much you would not want. Um,
In terms of
that's
what do
all
you mean? What do you mean by that?
by description. Like,
Yeah.
say, for example, you're walking down the street and the IRA agent goes, "Oh, there's a tree straight ahead of you. You might want to move to the left or the right," or, something like that. Or they say there's a wall on your right and it says, I don't know, Blue Hill Ave, and then there's a train
Okay.
track on your left.
Right. Right.
They'll
Right.
say
Okay. I
that.
got you. Okay.
You can minimize all of that and say, hey, just get me straight from here to there. I don't
Okay.
really care about the surroundings.
Especially with the minutes that you're paying for, so you have to really be precise and whatnot. Again, we are speaking with Casandra. She is a technology guru, man. She knows a lot of things about certain assistive technologies for the blind. And today we are talking about Aira, which are smart glasses for the blind. And again, welcome our audience. And again, welcome Casandra. I have a question. Now, I do ask crazy questions, but no, I was always told no question is crazy, or no question is dumb, or whatever. But I don't care. Are there any limitations on what Ira can do? For instance, like, uh, people want to drive a car or something like that, just something crazy. Will it be able to at least to guide you like down the street, or just guide you while a visually impaired person is driving it? Because I know a blind person won't take that chance.
Probably not. That wouldn't be allowed.
So
And some
they
of the
would
limitation. No,
definitely be like, okay.
not yet. They're not there yet.
Okay. Well,
But I'd
I
say one of the limitations is you can't take Ira with you to the bathroom. It's just way too private. I don't think you want to jump in front of a mirror and ask an agent to say, "What do you look like when you're completely naked?"
Okay. Well, that's nice. That's me. So I'll do something crazy. Like they'll probably ban me. Are they compatible with all phones, or is it a certain type of phone that Aira, the smart glasses for the blind, work with?
You can use either Android or iOS.
Okay. And you
So,
did answer the question about traveling. You just can't get us some glasses, or you can't subscribe to Aira and don't have the mobility training and say, well, Aira, take me somewhere, or Aira, I'm going to walk. You lead the way. So you have to be familiar, or be able to use your cane or see an eye dog, right?
yes, always have to have your cane or guide dog with you. Because of liability issues, you don't want to be responsible for any incidents that occur that may cause you harm.
Okay. Well, Cassandra, as far as the signal between you and the Aira agent, how quick is the a signal, or is there like a delay while you trying to obtain the information, or is this immediate information?
It's immediate information.
I'll come again. I was doing something.
It is immediate information.
Okay.
If you,
Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, like, if you were ever interested in considering getting Ira, I could send you a referral. That's another thing I can, tell people about. The referral is basically if you use Ira already and you want to get a friend signed up, they get a free month of Ira for their first time using it, whichever plan it is you choose. And then the person who sent you a referral gets a little compensation for it too. Like they get a deductible, a price deduction in any amount. for sending someone a referral to Aira.
Okay, I'm gonna work with you on that.
Cool.
Definitely. What else I want to ask you? We talked about the signal. Oh, is it offered worldwide, or is it just within the United States? Or where could you purchase these glasses for the blind, visually impaired?
As far as I'm concerned, Aira is in the U.S. They're also, I believe, in Canada, and because I know some folks that are in Canada that are using it, and also, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in the UK, I believe. But I don't want to say that I'm certain about the UK, but it's definitely in the US for sure. Okay. Most definitely in the US.
Okay, and it is a 24-hour service?
Yes, you can call an agent anytime you want. And as a bit of excitement, Aira is working on making certain areas a free Aira access point where you can speak to an agent without using your personal minutes. Like, for example, Boston is one of the major cities for free Aira access. If you're using the buses and trains and commuter rails, it's free. You don't have to worry about your minutes going away. So I use the HELL out of Aira on that bus.
Okay. All right. Definitely. So you said that they're about to do that, or it's
that's happening.
That's happening now. That'll be great, because that leads me to my next question in terms of, like, if people like who can't afford it, like me, I don't have that much money and I want to get the glasses, but the minutes are extremely high, and and the packages. Are there any type of organization that you can apply to, or they may want to help you, pay for your minutes or pay for the glasses or whatever the case may be?
At the moment, because it's so new, kind of like a year in, I believe.
I was going to ask you that question.
No organizations are currently sponsoring the cost of the glasses or the minutes. But if you know someone who has a lot of minutes and aren't really using them, they can actually share some minutes to you.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Hopefully I can bring you back on here and let the audience see a pair of glasses or whatnot, because I have, like I said, you've helped me out a great deal, because I was very ignorant to the fact that I did not know too much about it. And I had done some series on different technologies for the blind, assistive technologies, like guide dogs, white canes, whatever have you travel, Aira. And I wanted to find someone on here. You definitely answered all the questions that I had before me. What else is going on in your life? What else are you planning on doing for the future, or in the future, Cassie? I can call you Cassie.
Oh, that's cool. Everybody calls me Cassie.
What's planned for the future? What do you have in store?
Well, I hope to be able to develop some really cool apps here in Boston. I got some really good connections with engineers in Massachusetts with developing apps. Working with some folks who designed the app called Clue, CLEW. It's an indoor navigational app, and I've been watching them develop that, and it's really, really cool. So
okay, you're in a bad cell. Repeat that again, because I want everybody to know exactly what you're about to do, because I won't be part of it. What are you about to do?
So basically, I want to become an Apple app developer, where I get to make cool apps like the one called Clue, CLEW. It's an indoor navigational app that's free for Android and iOS. I've got some really good connections with engineers in Massachusetts, certain universities that I've been able to, sit beside and help them develop the app and make it better. Okay. Or not necessarily better, but more robust in a sense.
Okay.
For both blind and visually impaired. And I've been inspired by the developers of Clue.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to go into too much detail, because people like stealing things and whatnot. So we're gonna keep that under wraps. But when you do get
I'm keeping that to myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can call me on my phone and you can share it with me, because I definitely want in on that. But I'm proud of you, man. I'm glad to see that from the time that I talked to you, which was about a year ago, that you are still making. You're making changes, you're doing things, you're progressing, and that's what it's all about, especially people who are visually impaired, and the fact that you have a hearing impaired. I commend you for continuation and not letting that stop you, because I can tell in your voice and your actions that you definitely are a go-getter and whatnot. So with that being said, do you have any closing remarks? You can take your time with it, whatever you want to say, for the people who are who wish to buy Aira or is looking for something. Let's put it like this: some type of device that will aid them in like you said, with being a functional, able-bodied, blind person or visually impaired, and just give them some inspiration to get up off that couch and purchase these glasses. And I know you're not an advocate for it, but you've seen it and you know that it'll help out a great deal, and it'll make them be even more independent, if not, the best person that they are. So talk to them, get them off that couch.
Okay. So guys, I got some really interesting things to share with you, in addition to everything else I just told you. A little bit of encouragement. Aira allows you to have access for 7 days. You can use Aira for 7 days for free. So if you want to play around with it and check it out, please go on and download Aira for free on your Android or your iOS device, and get a feel for Aira for 7 whole days for free before you make a decision on purchasing something. And also, whatever you have any goals and hopes and aspirations of achieving, go for it. The worst thing that can happen is it takes really long, but you're still going to get to it. Better than where you started off, which was nowhere. So go ahead, do it.
Okay, that's words of my friend and your friend Casandra. And let's see what else. Tell everybody why they should subscribe to the Parker Daniels Show. You got a lot of pull out there on the East Coast.
So I'm going to tell you guys why you should subscribe to the Parker Daniels Show. You get to hear from a lot of people who share same experiences as you or differently. So, you're not going to feel like you're alone, and you don't feel like you're completely isolated in your struggles of any kind. You get to hear how everybody else gets through it, and perhaps you could take some of what you've learned from the Parker Daniels Show and apply it to your life or wherever you're having a difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll, you'll make some progress. You'll be happier after you've subscribed, and it'll be your daily thing to get into. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. Okay, we are live right now. My little boy's about to come in. Wait, come on, guys. We're live. Say hello. Say hello.
Hey.
Tell everyone that.
Hello.
Wait, let me put the headphones on. Hold on a second. We're live, y'all. Hold your head up. Wait. Say, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Wait. Say hello, Miss Casandra.
Hello, Miss Cassandra.
Hi.
Say, I'm getting ready to start school.
I'm getting ready to start school.
Stand up.
Amazing. I hope you have a great first day of school.
Okay.
Tell her how old you are.
I'm 5 years old.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Tell her what your name is.
My name is Xavier Parker.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Let me finish the show, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on a second. Stay right there. Yeah. Thank you. We're live. But definitely you all you have a website or anything like that we can get into or contact if they want to find out more about what the assistive technology or anything about Aira?
I guess, I think you guys could find me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook as well. You can look me up at Casandra Xavier, Casandra with 1 S.
Okay.
And I'm friends with Daniel. And
Anthony.
You could, oh yeah. Oh,
Parker.
Anthony.
That's a good.
I'm friends with Anthony on Facebook, and always open to answering questions about anything that's beneficial and helpful.
Okay. And this definitely, if you want to come back again, you have some information you want to share with us, do not hesitate, because this is your show and this is your show. This is your show. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to the Parker Daniels Show. I want to thank my co-host from Rose Colored Glasses. I want to give a shout out to Kenyatta from She's Blind. I want to give a shout out to your Canadian blind girl. I want to give a shout out to Zephyrin. He's a comedian, See No Evil. I want to give a shout out to my supporters. I want to give a shout out to my followers. I mean, man, I really love doing this, and it's allowing me to meet interesting people. So with that being said, I know I'm long-winded. Thank you, Casandra, again, for coming and share your story And with that being said, I'm going to end this live stream and start my day.